Okay, so welcome back to Prospering with Sickle Cell Anemia. That is pwsca.net. Now, interesting thing, I watched a webinar and it was talking about some of the new gene therapy companies and what they offer. For right now, it seems like most everything is clinical trials. I actually spoke to one person on Facebook who has a family member that's going to be undergoing a clinical trial for gene therapy to help sickle cell anemia. I don't have much to say about it, but what I did notice was the companies that have already had people do their clinical trial. They have had a small number of people who had very, very serious side effects. My goal is to allow us to optimize our health utilizing nutrition, which includes the proper diet, the proper supplements, proper detoxification procedures to strengthen the body enough to be able to begin to improve itself without the use of drugs or gene editing. That's just my mission, because I do see that there is usually always a disclaimer of what could happen, what side effects could take place, which are usually can be very serious. We have to remember whenever one thing is inhibited, it causes an effect on another part of the biochemistry. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try something a little different. I'm gonna do speak on a subject, but I'm gonna do it in two different videos. One video is just gonna be the basic overview, a simplification, to where hopefully everyone can understand where I'm coming from. And then I'll make a more advanced video where I speak on more technical terminology and I get a little deeper into the science of nutritional balancing for sickle cell anemia. So again, what we have done for Daniel over the past 9 years, it's been very successful. No drugs. He is beta sickle cell anemia, so beta thalassemia, sickle cell anemia. No drugs at all whatsoever. No transplants. Okay. No organ damage at all whatsoever. Now we've had him on the program since he was 2 years old. Okay. Which we were giving him nutritional supplements, even back when he was young as a baby. I'd put it in his milk. I'd crush the supplements, put it in his milk. Then it got to the point where I could put it in oatmeal, different little things like that. All right. And then he got to the point, of course, where he can chew them himself. Chewing them is usually the best, but of course you can swallow them. And basic supplements like calcium, magnesium, your omega-3 supplement, and a couple other things. Now, as they get older, you include more supplements that will help with digestion, that will help, possibly with kidney strength. And all these supplements would be suggested for you as we work with Dr. Larry Wilson of Center for Development in Phoenix, Arizona, and we work with the Laboratory Analytical Research Labs, they're booklets that you send when you get a hair analysis. Now, if you go to the website, pwsca.net, you can get a hair analysis, okay? And it will break down everything that's going on in your body relating to all your systems. Okay. Today we'll talk about the thyroid and the adrenal gland, and that's part of your endocrine system, which all of your hormones. Now we know as um, sickle cell is not just doesn't affect just one part of the body; it affects the whole body and all the organ systems. Okay, so many people who deal with the condition end up having kidney issues, thyroid issues, liver issues, gallbladder, spleen problems. Okay, so when we balance the actual mineral composition of the body, um, we can improve the functionality of all of these systems. And when all of these systems, when their functionality is improved, then the overall stress on the body is diminished greatly, which will allow for a reduction, a drastic reduction in pain crisis, and a drastic reduction in all other symptomatic things that come along with sickle cell anemia. Okay, so very quickly, 6 minutes in. Okay, we're just going to go over this really quickly. What we want to do is we want to balance the oxidation rate. Okay, let me go here so y'all can see this. Okay, we want to balance the oxidation rate. All right, now oxidation is basically how the rate at which your body transfers food into energy. Right? Now, it's kind of different from metabolism, but it sounds the same, right? Metabolism is how the rate at which you use that energy. Okay. Now, calcium, potassium, that's a thyroid indicator. Okay, so your thyroid is so important because it gives instructions to your body to produce so many different hormones and instructions for the regulation of the temperature of your body, instructions for the regulation of your metabolism, the regulation of your heart, your heart beating, and all those types of things. So when people have thyroid issues, they usually end up gaining weight. They usually end up having a more of a depressed or lethargic type of composition or disposition to themselves. So when we improve the quality of your thyroid, how it functions, we improve the quality of your metabolism. We improve the quality of your mood. Now, those two things are extremely important because your metabolism is generating energy, is how you generate or how you use the energy that is being generated through your oxidation. Okay, so if you have a balanced metabolism, if you have a balanced oxidation rate, the chronic fatigue that a lot of sickle cell warriors face, those things start to subside and you begin to have more sustained energy. Okay, and more sustained energy gives you more energy to heal as well and to repair. Looking at some numbers from Daniel, when he was 2 years old, he had his first initial before he got on this program. His calcium potassium on a hair analysis was at 0.16. Okay, his most recent one was 1.49. That's a big jump. Okay, ideal where we want to get to is right around 4. Okay, as close to 4 as we can. Okay, sodium magnesium. Let me say these two, calcium potassium and sodium magnesium. This is how we find the oxidation rate. Okay, but besides that, this is an indicator of your adrenal gland function, which is sits on top of your kidneys. All right. The ideal ratio that you want to have, the ideal number on your hair analysis, is going to be 4.17. I'm going to get as close to that as you can for optimal functionality of your adrenal glands. And your adrenal glands are so important because they produce so many hormones that regulate all types of things. Okay, your blood pressure, just a myriad of things. All right, the vitality, the electrical potential, the electrical power that is generated well, leave it at that. Power and energy is generated, okay? And we need all that for healing, all right? So his was way, way over, right? In the beginning, 35.5, which just means it's just a over exhaustion, okay? If your thyroid or your adrenal glands are pumping and functioning just way too fast, way too much, that's a negative thing, okay? It can cause all kind of psychological effects, such as nightmares and anxieties and fears and things of that nature, okay? Now, his most recent one, 11 years old, and this is over a span of 9 years, okay? But of course, he's gradually gotten better. The goal is, what we want for our sickle cell clients is to gradually wean you off of the pharmaceutical drugs, especially if they are causing side effects that you have to live with. Whether it's a year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever the case may be, living a proper lifestyle of getting enough rest, the proper diet of eating vegetables. You want to try to eat vegetables with every meal, okay? At least 2 meals. If you're going to eat vegetables for lunch and dinner, that's great. If you can, do that. And we want you to eat, a red meat, beef. Lamb is amazing. Lamb is excellent. Bison. 3 to 4 times a week, okay? Not too much. 3 to 4 times a week or so, okay? The other days, chicken, turkey, something like that, okay? Anyway, his most recent sodium, magnesium, or adrenal indicator was at 9.17. So we see it's a drastic difference from 0.16 to 1.49, and from 35.5 to 9.17. And on his after numbers, they're both much closer to the ideal of what we want. This is for optimal health. This ideal number is like, get that you're in tip-top shape, you're completely healthy and whatnot, okay? So we just want to get as close to these numbers as possible. So if you'd like to get a hair analysis done, and you'd like us to break all of this down for you so we can get you on the right supplements and get you on the right diet, okay, just contact me. You can contact me on Facebook, or you can call me or text me, because if you call, I won't know who you are. I probably won't answer. Just text me or email me, okay, through the website, pwsca.net. All right, Sickle Cell Warriors, we'll talk to you later.